And we're live.
Hey, you didn't do the finger pointy thing.
Like
No,
that?
no. The silent
Oh,
countdown.
because it's five, four, three. Up
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah.
I did. I was recording something with. I was helping someone record. What was that? Oh, one of my coworkers. I was helping with their homework, and
hmm
that, I was doing that at the beginning, and she had no idea what I was talking about. But, anyways, welcome, Riley. That's the disembodied voice.
Hello.
He is the yellow square right now. We are on under construction phase, episode .01 or .1 of an unnamed podcast. Doing it on my channel, my defunct channel, and once we decide what we're going to call it and kind of what the direction is, then we will create our own channel for that. So it should be pretty exciting stuff.
Yep. Much
Very
excite.
much excite, much wow.
Yeah.
I
Who knew a dead meme would mean so much?
wait, what?
I said, who knew a dead meme would mean so much to so many people?
What is?
Doge meme.
I actually don't know what that is.
People. You know where the Doge coin came from?
No. I'm pretty like I had no idea what that is. I mean, I know what Dogecoin is, but I don't.
Okay. Well, I
Give,
don't know how you didn't know what that is.
give me a history lesson, dude.
Just look up like Doge meme. It's like the picture of like the weird dog, and then it just has like much excite. Wow, like little text blurps of
Oh. Okay, so I did know that. I guess I'm just dumb.
yeah. Man.
Okay, fine, whatever.
All right, so what are you doing?
I'm. Oh God.
What are we gonna talk about?
Well, I'm pulling up the stream on as many different devices as I can.
Oh no, my Pokemon cards. How
So,
did you end up on the floor? I got that um, cinnamon toast crunch one, and I had 2 foils in it out of 3 cards. Well, there's 1 guaranteed foil, but I got 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I vaguely know what you're talking about, but
Okay.
that's cool though.
Yeah, 36-year-old guy running out to the store to get 3 Pokemon cards and a box of cereal. That being said, I did almost eat the whole cereal box in 1 sitting, so worth it, maybe. No, 2 sittings.
Okay, okay. So,
Or,
talking, Riley,
yes, Casey.
you wanted to tell me about some choose your adventure thing, if I
Did
remember
I?
correctly. Yeah?
Choose your adventure. Oh, it's just for like, so you know how we always talk about writing books, right?
Yeah.
And we have like a plot and it doesn't go somewhere, or we just have like a little spot in a story, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking as like a writing, uh, we just have like a little
Like a
spot.
helper?
You could write your book sorta as a choose your own adventure. Like in the end product wouldn't be a choose your own adventure. Just as an exercise, you could go on all these tangents and then follow a line through them, to the best story in the end. Does that make sense? I don't know, maybe that's what people do already.
I guess. I
I don't know. I don't know how writing works. I've never written more than, 2 pages.
That's
together.
fair. Which, whoa.
At least not
Please check my resolution.
fictional.
It says it's a non-optimal resolution.
Who is?
Stream settings.
Oh.
I don't know
What's
how to do
optimal?
that. I don't know. Show new to me. Do you have it pulled up by chance so that it counts you as a
I don't
viewer?
I can look, sure. Is it gonna like feedback me?
I mean, if you mute it, it won't. It shouldn't, anyways.
What are you on? Some call me Casey.
It
It
shouldn't.
doesn't say you're live. Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
There's not a live sticker by your name, though.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, I can see it.
cool.
It's just the. Oh, okay. This is getting weird. Now I'm hearing both of us. Okay. It's just the two squares talking to each other.
Right. Yeah. That's all it is. We don't have any cool graphics yet, right?
You can put like a picture over me to be like better.
What picture do you want of you?
I don't know.
I don't have a picture of you on this computer.
Do you want a picture of me with my headphones on?
I don't want to. That is not my password. Is that my password? Hey, look at that. I can't. You can't send me anything in Discord because if you send it to me in Discord, then it'll screw stuff up.
Yeah. Also, it was a terrible picture.
It's okay. Let's see. You don't want to be a disembodied yellow square anymore?
I don't matter. I just thought it'd be better if it was something else. Could send you the picture of me super drunk in my Hawaiian shirt.
Or what about? Oh, this is a good one. Save image. Bodie Riley. And then let's see if I can do this without breaking anything. Add image Riley. And we're gonna go browse. Where was that? Pictures. Bodie Riley.
Christ. I shaved off like half my beard. And I don't think that's how you're supposed to shave your beard.
How's that?
That works. A little big, but
I can't because
it's not a good aspect ratio for
it's all right.
streaming.
It works. Okay, let's see. Let's pull up the analytics again.
I like this.
Where'd my analytics go?
Oh, we got 4 likes.
Really? 2 of them are me.
Jeez. Well, one of them's me, so someone else.
Oh man, I gotta figure out how to. Where did it go? I lost the.
All right,
I lost the stuff.
that's fine. Just start talking about something while I figure out how to render this stuff.
Oh, I kicked myself out. Okay, damn it. I'm gonna have to. I didn't realize I was doing that. Switch YouTube accounts, Casey. This is a test thing, Riley. Like we said, this is all just figuring things out.
Yeah, I know. I just figured we could figure something while actually talking. Oh, unless you don't want to talk about anything, we're just figuring. Thanks. You owe me a beer.
Okay, sounds good. How do I, YouTube Studio? That's what I was looking for. Trying to get back to that Creator Studio so I can see our live. How do I? Man, I don't know anything about this. See live count. Nope, that's not what I'm looking at. Real time updating live. Anyways, okay, so what I was gonna talk to you about, that I wanted to talk to you about, was the what the hell is it called? Fictional. Wait,
Perspective mode?
We're already live.
What? Yeah, we are live.
No.
There's one person watching. There were 2.
Damn
Now
it.
it's just me.
I broke something.
Really?
Yep. I think it's gonna cut out in just a second.
Okay.
Or not. Nope. Never mind. It's still going. Sweet. Okay. Cool. So what I wanted to talk about was living in
How
fictional
fast we
universes.
talk?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Say that again.
So living in fictional universes, right? So
Sure.
the when you're looking at kind of like what would be the ideal thing, none of them are really that great. They all kind of suck. So Star Wars isn't so bad, but like,
I don't know. Star Wars is pretty bad.
well, it can be. It depends
Like even
what.
the like best planet gets like space nuked.
That's what I'm saying. Like what,
Distance.
depending on what time of what era, but like the afterlife and that isn't so bad. You join with the Force, and like even if you get smoked, it's not the worst experience ever. But then you talk about things like in a lot of fantasy worlds, it's fucking awful. In like Warhammer Fantasy, obviously,
Plus,
your soul gets
they don't have
obliterated
anything
or
but
consumed.
toothbrushes or anything.
Hmm.
What?
What did you say?
I said they don't have any toothbrushes
In Star Wars?
in Warhammer Fantasy.
Oh, well, Warhammer Fantasy. Oh my God, that was the thing I was going to talk about. Age of Sigmar. So I was doing some reading. I don't know too much about it, right?
I don't know anything about it.
But it's like, from what I gather, the Chaos Gods destroyed all of existence. They won, and so every living creature got obliterated. The only thing left were the gods. So you had Sigmar floating around, going, you know what? I guess I'm sick of this, and like slowly recreates existence, and is like, hey buds, let's build this thing back up again, because I'd like to have people worship me, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah.
Then he goes around and like makes friends with all the gods, and the Elven slash Eldar, whatever the fuck they are, like slowly kind of recreate their own existence, and then they're like, oh man, we're beating back chaos, ready to go. And then they're like, oh, maybe I want to go back to war with you because this like having fun and having a good life kind of sucks. Let's just start backstabbing each other. Okay, sounds good. Orcs, dwarves, whatever, all those things. I get that you have to have the story move along and you have to have conflict and stuff, but like
Well, yeah, the tabletop war.
it has to keep going, right? I get it.
Well, it has to have some sort of conflict, or else it just be. Well, I'm setting my piece here. You set your piece here, and mine walks over here, and yours walks over there, and then we climb this hill together and hold hands. I mean, let's roll dice to see if we held hands or miss.
Who held
Dip down and
too
die.
tightly?
I don't know.
You could say who held their hands too tightly.
Yeah.
You broke each other's fingers, things like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm taking my probiotics.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. There's some fictional universes like Star Trek. That wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
If you like
The
live in,
Borg,
like the
like-
inner planets kind of thing.
yeah.
I mean, how often does Earth get attacked now? Not very.
Kind of depends, though, right? Like,
The last time was what the. Well, I don't know about the extended universe of it, but in the movies was the. What are those things called? The Borg.
Yeah.
And didn't they go back in time and just erase it anyways?
I don't think so. I mean,
Yeah, because the Borg little cube thing shot off and went back in time, and so they followed it
no,
through the
it
rift.
was the Borg sphere.
Sphere, yeah.
Yeah, and that was trying to kill Cochrane. That was First Contact. But then there was the Borg attack when Voyager jumped through the thing using what was it?
But anyways, you got holodecks. Do whatever you want. The little synthesizer machines. What are those called?
replicators.
Yeah,
Replicators. Would be dope.
replicators.
Well, that's one of the things about.
I mean, you pretty much live in a fantasy life. There's no money.
when
You
they
just get.
when they talk about the ideal thing with Star Trek being like everybody has everything they need. People like it's kind of like a quote unquote socialist world, but the difference is everyone there has drive to be the best version of themselves, and then there's no scarcity. So no one is starving. Everyone has food, but also people don't need a lot. Like because they can have whatever they want and then get rid of it at any time, and they can also do holodecks. People don't have to have a lot of things. Like they live in like tiny 1-bedroom apartments. Sometimes they'll be a little bit bigger, but they can also build skyscrapers that are 1,000 stories tall, or and scoot around on their really cool shuttles, and there's They're not wanting anything, and
Right.
that's the big difference between that and reality. Like, we don't have replicators. We don't have a bunch of really highly motivated people that really want to be like, oh, I'm gonna be the next guy or gal or blob to explore the universe.
Yeah.
It's
Well, in a lot of it, you just see the best of the best kind of people, like the actual go-getters.
yeah, that's true. So it might be a little different.
You don't see like the crap holes usually.
Well, I mean, and it took them a lot to get there. If you remember the trial of humanity by the Q, and Picard had to go through all the stuff of like all the wars and all of the abuse and all of the horrible things that humanity had to go through to get to that state of enlightenment. It was not an easy road, even in that universe, which is borderline utopia at this point. But they still have, struggles, betrayals, and backstabbings, and
You know what's interesting? Speaking of that, because I actually semi-recently watched part of that episode. There was something after like a civil war or an apocalypse type scenario where there was like a martial law society.
that was when they had all the cool
interesting if-
weapons.
It'd be interesting if they did a movie during that. Or like a TV show.
That would actually be kind of cool to explore.
It'd be completely different
yeah,
than anything they've done.
because it wouldn't be Star Trek,
Right.
but it would be in that universe. So, because it was all Earth based, right? Most of the conflict,
Right.
because that was before they had faster than light travel. So,
Right.
So you couldn't call it Star Trek. I wonder what you would even.
But that, I mean, it does. The timeline doesn't really make sense because that whole regime couldn't have lasted that long. But it sounded like it lasted a long time. I don't know.
Well, it ended with the World War nearly wiping out all of humanity. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I think this was after that. When it was like
It couldn't have been because Cochrane was after that, and that's when
totalitarian dystopia type.
unless there was another war somewhere in there, because once it got to the point where he made the first warp drive and they
'cause that's
got
when the Vulcans came down and
and they got their like second age of or third age of enlightenment or whatever.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I don't know. There's a lot of cool fictional places I think would be okay.
That's actually something that I've not thought about in reality. That would be a good way to use the same kind of world that gets people excited, but a lore that has never been explored that you could really do something with. It doesn't really have anything fleshed out, so you could kind of do whatever you wanted with it. Because as long as the ultimate or the end goal or the end is achieved, there's no documented stuff to where fanboys or whatever would be like, that's not how it happened.
Yeah. Well, maybe there is. I don't know.
I mean, I guess we're not super Trekkies,
Not
but
super up on it, but yeah. But it's like those books we read, the like Rhaenyra one, and then he went back in time and fleshed out his lore.
yeah. That's one thing I really actually like about how he's been handling it. Instead of, because he made a good point about not continuing the story on after too long, because then it just dies, or
Right.
it gets super super repetitive, and a story does need an end, but maybe the story has a different beginning. I mean, so I or thing, and like, yeah, I'm pretty excited for this new one. The what is it? Not Niran. Anyways, I have it. I have the digital version. The hard copies are going to be coming soon. I think I got us 2.
Of what?
The new series?
Is there a new
Neuland. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's the I think it's it ends with the fall of the Empire. When
Well, I haven't. Don't tell me. I'm only on book like 3.
No. It ends with the fall of the Empire. So like what is that dude? The wizard?
Which one?
The wizard with his hands cut off.
Oh yeah. I don't remember.
So Oh, Ezra Hodden. So when Ezra Hodden, it starts, or the new series is that portion of the timeline. So,
So before he gets his hands cut off.
right, the last of the what I understand it is the last book, or is when he tears down Persepolis. Persepolis. That's when it's supposed to end. So it's the like 100 years of that period, which would be kind of interesting because then you know the backstory, you know the future, and so like it really starts diving into all those little things. And I just really liked how he really subverted a lot of stuff. And if you think about we talk about our history like it's, how do people not understand, when you read a book, you're like, there's no way that this, last 100 years would be that misconstrued. We don't fucking know a goddamn thing about what happened 100 years ago. In reality, I mean, we do, but not everywhere.
It's like a general paintbrush that's not that good at painting,
Right, and that's in our modern age. Go back 500 years, and it's like, maybe, I think, perhaps.
Right.
And then,
I mean, I can't even remember what I did yesterday or last week. Most of the time, I was filling out my timesheets that I hadn't filled out today from last week, which is a bad habit I get into sometimes. And I'm just like trying to dig through everything to remember, and most of the time I still can't. So I just, fill it out best as I can. But I know that's not 100% right. And that was just a week ago, not like 1,000 years ago or 10,000 years ago.
Right. Yeah. And and with this one, it was 3,000 years. I'm pretty sure that was the big gap. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But you're right. When it comes to like fantasy universes, there are a couple that aren't so bad, where it's tolerable, but a lot of them are really, really rough.
Well, I mean, a lot of them are set up to be bad too.
Yeah, I was gonna tell we held off on too many of those topics, and now I don't even remember what they were supposed to be that I was gonna bring up and talk to you about.
Today? Or
yeah, when we were driving around yesterday.
Oh.
I was like, I should say that, and it's like, oh god damn it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't remember any of it at this point, unfortunately. We'll take notes. I'll have a list of things, and then I'll just ask you a really random question, like, what the fuck? That's out of left field, and it's like, ha ha ha.
That's my life. Just random questions.
Yeah, like those text messages at 11 p.m. going, hey, Casey.
Yeah.
What's this thing?
I don't know. Go look at news stories. Pick a news topic.
Well, did you see
about it?
I mean, have you been tracking, aside from what I tell you, do you track anything about SpaceX right now?
No, not at all.
So, SN-15 landed, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they've actually wheeled it up back out to the launch pad. So they're going to be attempting a second launch of that same vehicle. So
nice.
That's pretty exciting. I think
I mostly just watch them once they've happened, because when I try to watch them and wait for it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this takes forever.
Well, yeah, you end up sitting there for like 6 hours sometimes. I do like the montages that they do after. Not montages, but they do the the quick cuts where it looks a lot better. I guess that is technically a montage, but it's real fast.
I don't know why I'm doing so many of these. He's probably going to be like, this is wrong.
What?
Oh, I just made 5 renders of the same thing.
Okay. Anyways. So what are you working on? Do you want to share that really quick? Or can you not share that?
Oh, I don't care. I mean, he hasn't paid me for it. Do whatever I want. And I didn't sign any NDAs or anything like that. So it's like a gas outdoor fireplace. Hold on, just save this real quick. Over. How do I do this? Here.
Let's see.
SolidWorks. Live, I guess. This is like a gas. It's a mock-up of a gas fireplace for some rich guy's house. I don't know. But these are supposed to be like some sort of artsy fartsy
Oh,
flame things. I don't know.
I forgot. Hold on. I'm not used to this thing. I gotta turn off your picture. Okay, so what are we looking at?
This little firebox thing. Tapered sides open.
So is this like a natural gas fire pit
Like,
or a propane
so-
fire pit?
This, I think it's probably, I don't know, one or the other. And it's got, these are kind of a mock-up of the little things that spray that gas out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Care. Just put it in there. So like how I built this, but see, it's hollow on the inside. In actuality, there's a bunch of crap in there. But
Right, but that's not pertinent for
We're
your
just-
build.
yeah, I'm just doing the shell. The rest of it is already built,
Right.
kind of thing.
Okay.
And then I had done these like flame things that didn't really look like flames. They're just like swoopy lines, but they didn't like that. They wanted something like modern-y looking like this.
So like you said, the thing outside of Seattle Center.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I guess those are round though, not.
I mean, yeah, but this still looks kind of cool. There's actually a thing like similar to this, I think, up at Western.
Oh, nice.
It's a little roundier, but you know, same
They
diff.
wanted a tapered one and square-sided one, so I got to do renders for all these. I'm not very good at rendering. That's obvious. I just use like the default settings basically.
What does that do though? When you're talking about rendering?
Makes it look like a pretty picture and less like a 3D
Oh, so you go
model.
from like wire to actual like having surfaces
We're
and
not
stuff.
wire necessarily, but just like flat colors or whatever to it adds like shadow and or definition. I don't know.
Okay. Cool, man.
Yeah.
And how long have you been working on that?
This thing,
Yeah.
let's see, 4.5 hours the last time, 2 hours so far now, so like 6.5 hours. Yep. That's what I do for all my life. Not really. The mailman's here. Sorry.
Okay. You're gonna get a text message in a second, by the way.
Okay. I can stop sharing if you want. What's the text message about? Talking too loud?
No, I was just sharing the stream with our text group.
Too many slurs? Final render. I don't render that much, so I always have to look around and stuff. Alright, what else? What else is newsworthy? I'm just gonna type in news.
Oh, we could talk. Well, I don't think we should talk
What
about
about like some gaming news?
gaming news. What gaming news? Oh, what was that thing you sent me a link about? I didn't read that at all. That Xbox thing.
Oh, it's just like a pay as you go. It's like a zero down, 0% financing thing. But you pay like $35 a month for 2 years, and you buy an Xbox and the new Xbox and 2 years of the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And in the end, you pay the same price for the Xbox, but you pay like $12.50 a month for the Game Pass thing. So not too bad, all things considered.
Yeah.
Cheaper than paying for it straight up.
What? So the new Xbox. There's a new Xbox, right?
Yeah, that Xbox Series X.
Oh, right. Yeah, because it looks like a little mini fridge.
Yeah, it's like square,
Yeah.
extruded square.
I think this is the first time I don't actually care, because we still have so many damn games.
I care less, but I still kind of want.
I mean, I'm gonna get one eventually,
Yeah.
but
I mean, there's like things I do now. Like if I could get that, I would get it and stop paying for, I don't know, something I already pay monthly for. You know, plus it's another line of credit, which would help my credit score.
Oh, you were talking about actually doing that
Yeah.
purchase plan thing?
Yeah. There's no late fees either, which it seems weird to me.
Hmm.
It just if you just get docked on your credit score.
Well, yeah, that's what happens.
No, but usually you also get like a $35 late fee or something. You know?
Gotcha. Yeah, but
I mean, not that I would do that. I'm just saying.
I could see
Seems
that.
too good to be true. Like you don't get to keep it at the end of the 2 years, or they also didn't say there was any tax on it, so that's what I was basing my numbers off of.
Gotcha. Okay.
Uh, and I mean, I got a lot of other stuff to pay for right now, so I don't do it anyways. But it just didn't seem like that bad of a deal. Also, the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate thing is like the best deal for gaming right now. Because you get PC games, you get Xbox games, and if you can basically find it online, people selling like codes, that are legit. But you can get it for like $8 or $9 a month. So it's your Xbox Live, it's the EA thing, it's all the Xboxy games, which now includes like Bethesda games and stuff. Bunch of games when they come out, so you don't even have to buy games. Like basically, if you paid that and you decided you wanted to buy one game and pay for Xbox Live throughout the whole year, you're saving money.
All right.
I don't know. Not that I'm trying to upsell Microsoft.
Yeah, I was gonna
stuff.
say, bro, like you should just.
I mean, it's better. I do. What's that? The Humble Bundle monthly thing, and that's 13 something a month, and you get 12 games. But
dude,
usually they're trash.
I turned that shit off like a year and a half ago because it was.
I should have.
Hey, Hodor.
But
What's up, dude?
There's white stuff in the air.
Hey, not quite yet there, man. Hodor said it, yeah. Oh, you got that up still? Maybe if we garner a little more support, you never know. Though I think Riley, his other half wouldn't be cool. Hey, Janelle, how's it going? This is our first. Well, we're just doing a little test thing to make sure that I have everything works, sound quality and stuff. So if you
Hello.
if you can hear anything weird, let me know.
If you just want to hear us mumble about stupid stuff.
Yeah, basically the conversations we have on Discord while we're playing games, but instead of us just sitting here doing nothing, we're gonna stream it.
Even worse.
It's
Even better conversation.
But there's no games to distract us. I found that
Because I'm also working, so.
Yeah, I'm the one doing nothing.
Well, that's not what I meant. I meant as a distraction. I didn't mean to like throw you under the bus.
No, it's good. I'm trying to figure this Discordy stuff out, or not Discord, streaming stuff, because we haven't done it in forever. Got to relearn OBS and all that, and get a new screen. Get you a.
You know what I need to do? I need to figure out how to make pizza dough well. That's it. I just suck at leavened bread for some reason. That being said, the last time we made pizza wasn't too bad. On the Weber pizza thing.
That was a long time ago, though, man.
I know, it was like 2 years plus.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that
No,
was
more than
3 years ago.
Yeah.
That was like 2018 summer. Well, I mean, hey, Hodor, we might drop our album at one point in time. You never know.
I don't even know how mumble rap works.
It's the dudes that are so high that they can't even speak, and that kind of shit. And then they put some auto-tune over it, so it sounds like they're kind of making the right noises, but not. And then we got to get face tattoos and dye our hair random rainbow colors and be like Lil something, right?
Lil something.
Lil something. Yeah, there we go. That's your rap name, Riley. Your Lil something. Bingo, bango, bongo. Wasn't it that what I said when you started? Like, I got it all fucked up and you were making fun of me for like half an hour.
What? I don't even know what you're talking about. We got people in here and now you're acting weird.
Why? It's not people. I mean, they are people, but it's they're people we know. It's not strangers.
Yeah. Oh,
So.
shoot. So, random topic, go.
Random topic.
Yeah, spit.
Do you ever play CS:GO?
No. I had no urge to play those kind of games.
I
It's all that quick twitch shooty stuff. It's
Yeah.
not for me.
I mean, the rounds were really fast in that, and it was a small zone, so it wasn't too bad. But what was it there? Because it was Counter. No, I didn't play CS:GO. I played Counter Strike Source. I think it was the first one, the old one. That one was pretty
Isn't
fun.
it the same thing?
Oh
No, it's Global Offensive.
Yeah, it was different. It was way. I was terrible at it. I am not a first person shooter. I'm actually just bad at video games in general. I just play them a
same
lot, so I don't really have any.
I just play games like in easy mode and make myself feel good about
Well,
it.
like people talk about having strategy and they like it being difficult, and I can understand that to a certain extent. But man, like
Little fatty.
I that's a euphemism. I end up just power leveling myself to the point where I don't have to use strategy at all. It's like or grinding. Like third boss, I'm level 50. By the time I get to a part where it's supposed to be hard, I'm already max level with everything you could possibly have, and you just waltz through the game. It's a point of not privilege, but what's that called? A point of whatever, feather in your cap when you can go to a boss and you beat them with whatever they're strong against. So it's like going to a Pokemon gym that's a water gym and you beat them with like a ground type or
Because you
something.
got your like level 100 Blastoids and you're like, it don't matter.
Right, yeah.
Oh, or you think like negative, like the other way.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in, Janelle. Appreciate it. Farewell. We're going to be doing this with relative frequency, probably once a week.
I don't know about live though. Is it always gonna be live? Let's see, it feels weird.
Why? That's what you do.
I guess so.
I mean, if you're very uncomfortable, or if it ends up being like we can't actually talk for an hour, then we can stop doing that.
Well, I mean, you can talk for an hour.
That's true, but it can get a little ranty.
Yeah.
But yeah, beating a rock type Pokemon with a Pikachu, like how Ash did his stuff, like that kind of stuff. You're like, yeah, fuck you and your
Just, like,
strengths.
pounding your head against the wall until you win.
Yeah. That's
Ash, man, what a scrub.
like.
Kind of wish Team Rocket did take all his Pokemon, so at least they'd have a chance at being a good Pokemon.
Not a controversial topic there, I think. I really, at the time, I was like, yeah, good kid with this perseverance and he loves his pets. But really, he was just so bad and so cocky and such an asshole.
Is there like an equivalent of CPS for Pokemon? PCS?
PPS.
PPS.
Pokemon Protection Services, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Jenny just comes around and takes all your Pokemon from you. Yeah, Nurse Jenny, Officer Joy, right? Yeah.
They both come together. To
Again,
your Pokemon.
That's a completely different topic. Hey, so your dog park that's near your place. Tell me about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
you go there a lot, right?
Yeah, pretty the bar one.
Yeah. What's it called?
Yeah, pretty off. Dog
Dog yard.
Oh,
Right.
God. Dog what?
Yard.
Dog yard. Yeah, that's what I can never remember. I always think dog bark, and I'm like, no, it's not dog bark. Stupid. Who would call something dog bark?
Dog bark. Well, I mean, there are some dumb names out there. But so is it like full off leash, or does everyone have their leashes on?
Yeah, it's all off leash once you get through the gates. Sometimes people, if their dogs are being randy, or aggressive, they'll put them on leash and hold them for a while till they calm down.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Philip is here and said, "We can't have dogs at the house." This is true. Well, sort of.
You have dogs singular, and when Willow's there's dogs plural. Here,
True. Big thing is though, little dogs don't do so well. That's why, like, I mean, it's a madhouse down here. When Willow comes over, 5 dogs,
oh yeah, dude,
That's
going down there
wild.
is crazy.
And then the little Jack starts losing his goddamn mind.
Yeah, that's too many dogs in the same area.
What
And
did,
then when they all are just like silent, and then they're like, "Oh, someone's here!" Jesus Christ!
it's too much. That's why, like, it's crazy when people have, like 20 dogs or whatever, and they're like, we're rescues, and it's like, I mean, more power to you. I could never imagine.
Oh
Like,
no!
What'd you break?
Nothing. Keep talking.
I mean,
Somewhere in my pile of crap, oh, there he is. He's not.
what?
That's my what's that called? It's
I-
not Pathfinder character.
Oh,
He got buried under all my crap, and I just realized because I have all my characters like lined up.
mm-hmm.
I noticed he wasn't there anymore. That's the one that took me the longest to build. Anyways,
Oh, I
Uh,
forgot to ask Jordan while he was on here if he was gonna join us at one point. Unless you're still there, Jordan, you should.
it's only 2 people watching, so I doubt it.
Well, it moves up and down. I mean, it has to be more than 2 because I have it up on 2 screens, and if you have it up, then it's just lying to us. We did get up to 5 at one point, which is about the
Yeah, I
same
saw that.
level.
I mean,
Same.
that's like
Same
half
amount.
as many. We almost got that many people watching a stream before.
We had more than that at least when I was doing it. When I was
Double
doing
it.
that
When we
Batman
were
thing.
doing, what was that game called? You used to play? Robo? Something
BattleTech.
Robo? What?
Oh, the block thing.
Yeah,
That was a lot of
not
fun.
Roblox.
They really, really screwed that game up.
Oh man, it just got not fun anymore.
When they added
took a
way too much
nosedive.
complexity to it. Like when it was simple, it was like the gummy ships in.
Yeah, it's like gummy ships. And then I liked how their physics works, and then they changed it all, and then they changed how their physics works, and I couldn't use my ships anymore.
I like my little.
And they
like,
weren't even like cheaty ships, like the little people within their one balloon.
oh, or you
hunter
did
sniper.
that. What are you talking about?
I tried. I couldn't do it.
The
Mine was the
sniping
little, like,
from the top of the
penis
thing.
looking thing that was like, it didn't actually have any wings. It just all the lift was thrust and rudders.
I really liked when I finally made my Starship Enterprise work. That was pretty fun, even though it was terrible.
What is that game called? It's gonna bug me now. I gotta look that up.
It is
All I keep thinking is Robot Jocks, Robo Jocks, and
Roblox?
Roblox, which I've never played Roblox.
Let's see. I probably have it installed. Right?
Robocraft? Is that it? Yeah, Robocraft.
Robocraft is a good one.
Yeah.
Before
that's
it
the
went
one.
crazy.
I built a couple cool things. Well, I thought they were cool. They weren't functional at all. Like the creeper.
I don't remember that.
and that head from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that was good.
I did build a Warhound Titan. That was fun.
We
It
had some
sucked.
good times.
All of them sucked. The creeper probably did the best. I did get kills with that. It wasn't mobile. It just was like a bastion of crappy guns because it took so many blocks to build it.
Yeah. Well, and because the color, because you want to get the color scheme right, and originally wasn't it like you couldn't change the colors?
Yeah.
So you
it
had
was
to, like,
the
you had to have,
color
like, the
was
shittiest-
dependent
yeah.
on the level of the armor.
Right.
So
So
like tier 5 armor was green or whatever.
right, and that's why I was using why the Enterprise sucks so goddamn much because it was the white blocks are tier 1 and the whole thing was
Yeah,
white
all
blocks.
the free blocks.
Yeah.
That's
but-
funny.
That was enjoyable. I really think we had a lot of fun with that one.
We could be a review podcast. You just pop up like music and distort it somehow.
Mm.
No, don't want to do that.
No.
Okay, those people get a ton of views, dude.
Yeah,
Even the
but
crappy random.
there's a lot of really weird shit that you got to deal with when it comes to free use and all that.
I guess so.
It's just a little dodgy. But I mean, one thing to make this more fluid is throughout the week, just write down a bunch of shit that you want to talk about, just bullet points, and then have it pulled up. And then if there's ever a dead spot, you just like check box. We don't need proper segues. We don't need it's not. We're not trying to rewrite history and be the next.
Speak for yourself.
Insert top tier. It's just a.
Okay, so I got off work at 4:30. I got here by took the dog out. So 5. I started working at 5.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how many hours I got. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, dude. Okay, so you know how to do you know anything about the monetization for YouTube?
No.
So they changed it.
$1,000 every million views.
No.
No?
It depends on your CPM. It depends what your topic is, what ads get put on it. But I'm saying how you become monetized. Remember how like my blog or vlog channel was monetized for a while? They changed all the rules so that you had to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and then
That's whack.
I think 400 hours of view time in the last couple months or something like that. I don't know how many months. But you have to meet both criteria.
Do they run ads on your stuff then? If you're under that?
I don't know. I don't think
You
so.
shouldn't be able to run ads if you're not monetized.
Yeah, I don't think
bet
they
you
do.
they do run them on there. I bet you they run them on everything now. You just don't get anything.
Maybe. But yeah, so that was. But what's cool is when you live stream, the viewership from live streams actually counts towards your time or your watch time.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have a 2-hour thing and you have 10 people watch, then you just got 20 hours right there. So, and if you do that with a bunch of different computers on different, just kidding, artificially inflate your numbers. I'm sure there's a lot of people that do that.
Well, yeah, of course, and people pay for views and stuff like that.
Well, and that's the thing that seems kind of silly because it's, I guess, kind of easy for them to tell now.
Yeah, it's like super band.
Super band.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of super band, I rode it wasn't one of the nice scooters. It was one of the lime scooters today, twice. Pretty fun. Slow, but fun.
Are the red ones the nice ones?
That's the bikes.
What are
I
the
don't
nice
think they're
ones?
red scooters. The nice scooters are, I think they're like black or kind of white, gray, and they're bigger than the other ones. But the app you need to use them, I can't install on my phone because of the iOS version. Which I was gonna look into updating, even though I am really against that because then it slows your thing down. But I haven't. None of my apps have updated for like a year and a half now.
There were some crazy motherfuckers riding those down the road, like the middle of the road, like a 30
Well,
mile
you're
an hour.
supposed to ride on the road.
The,
You're not supposed to ride on the sidewalk.
the scooters?
Yeah,
Really?
pretty sure.
That seems crazy.
I just rode on the bike path and the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And a little bit on the road, but yeah.
Oh, that's surprising. I guess they are motorized, but they're tiny. Like, it's tiny, tiny motors. They
I
don't go.
kind of want to get a new battery for the scooter at Dad's house.
We still have that?
Yeah.
That's kind of surprising. You could probably get a really nice one now.
A really nice what?
Battery. Like, you could upgrade.
yeah.
Like that.
Half the weight. Probably. That thing, all of it was in the battery because everything else, I'm pretty sure, besides maybe the upright like tube, was aluminum. But that thing weighed like 60 pounds.
Right.
Plus.
I had thought about, like, the idea of getting one of those. It's not a one wheel. It's the one where turns you into like Gizmo, or not Gizmo, but is it Gizmo? Where he's got the little.
It's a one wheel, isn't it?
I thought one wheel is when you're like leg in front of another leg, not side by side.
Oh.
Because the hoverboard is the one
The
that's
hoverboard is two, where you're
two wheels and you're in the middle.
Yeah.
Talk about the one where you put. Maybe just one wheel. I don't know. I can look that up right now.
It's so crazy to like, if you think about it, people are like, oh, we don't have any of these future things. Dude, that's kind of legitimate. All these people riding around on their electric stuff.
Yeah, the whole fight. There's
and
bikes
that kind of
everywhere that
stuff.
people can just rent with their phone.
Or dude, those like, this is air quotes, pedal assist electric bikes that they got that are like, oh, you can switch it so it's legal to ride on the paths, or you can switch it into like street mode where you don't even need to pedal, and the thing's going like it like speed checks itself. I think it's like 20 something is the legal on the path, and above that is you either have to have a license or ride on the street kind of thing, you know? But I was riding my bike and I hear this thing just like coming up on me. I thought it was like an actual motorcycle coming down the path, but it's just some dude on his little fat wheel electric bike going like 40 miles an hour past me. It's crazy.
So I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but let's get this so that is it Discord? What is it? Are you watching it?
What? The stream? Yeah.
So this is the thing that I'm talking about. If you didn't know
Yeah.
what I was talking about. So
Wait, the one with the handlebars?
no,
or
no,
just
no. Like
hand-
this, yeah. So like, if you
Those
can't,
handlebar ones look kind of evil.
it's like a
like a
single
finger
motorcycle.
bowl.
Like, but what's crazy about these? Like, there are some of them.
I like to sit down like that.
This almost looks like a fucking land speeder from Star Wars.
Yeah.
But these are crazy. There are some of these that go like 40 miles an hour.
Dude, could you
Just
imagine
terrifying.
standing up on one of those and going 40 miles an hour and then falling and dying
Well,
because you're an
I'd
idiot
be in
standing
I'd
up on
be
one
in
of those
full
things?
like motorcycle gear if I'm doing that shit. But it's like, cause you know, if you're commuting, if you go like a couple miles each day, they get pretty decent mileage
Oh,
on them.
dude, if I don't know, me and Gabby are talking about moving. I don't know how financially feasible it is, because even like the suburbs, what would that be? East of here,
Yeah.
it's expensive as hell to live in, you know. But if we were able to get something out there, like a house or whatever, if it was in like a 20-mile from Seattle, I'd still probably knock it a cart and get some sort of electric vehicle, like personal electric vehicle, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you can average, you know, like they're saying, like, you know, 40 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, that's faster than traveling in rush hour traffic.
Well, and there's some of those ones that are like the little pods. They're like bikes, but you just like a windshield around it, so you could like they're basically tiny electric vehicles that you can ride around in, and if it's raining, you're not gonna have to deal with that. Just
Oh, I saw a dope bike today.
redo your Rain-X anytime, and like you'd be fucking golden.
This dude had this like army green electric bike. And it straight up looked like a, not really look like, but if you extrapolate with your imagination, look like the old school army motorcycles with like I think the battery was in like a tank kind of looking thing in front of him.
Really? Did you
Yeah.
did you see anything about what brand it was or anything?
No, he like zipped past me super fast. I was like, "Oh man, that's awesome!"
You
And
said it was
then
an
I-
electric bike, like
Yeah.
bicycle or motorcycle.
like bicycle. too. And they're not even that expensive. Like, so my bike, and a lot of bikes now are like, my bike was $1,000. You can pay $5,000 for a bicycle now. But I mean, you can get an electric bike for like $1,000, $1,500, $2,000.
Something like this, maybe? Is that what you're talking about?
Let me see. I was trying to see if it was like a local company. Well, it's not definitely not a Rad Power bike because their bikes are hideous. No. That is dope. But it looked like old school. That looks like a dirt bike. I'm talking about it looked like a World War II motorcycle. Like, remember that picture of Goku on that one motorcycle?
Yeah.
Like that. Trying to find.
I'm still like, I want my ideal, because I still, man, maybe I'll start saving up for that. I want to get that one bike. What was it called? It was a Royal Enfield. Maybe it's the Royal Enfield, because they're the ones that did the so like this, right?
What? It kind of looked like yeah, but if you scroll up. You're so far behind me on the stream. Is that an electric motorcycle? That's dope.
Yeah, because they're the ones that make the
I mean, it didn't look like, it looked like a stick figure version of that, you know?
What was it? It's a Royal Enfield military.
Oh, man, I wish I would have saw the brand. I tried to look, but he was just going so fast.
Because this is the one I want, but this is just a real motorcycle. Oh, that's YouTube. Don't want that. Nope. I don't know if you can see that all that well, but this is the kind of thing I want.
Interracial relationship?
No, you're behind.
Super far behind.
Oh, right, because I can't share. I don't know how to share stuff with you in Discord without it screwing a bunch of stuff up. But the classic 500 with, they call it Battle Green. That's kind of my ideal motorbike. I wonder if they have the electric one in their main setup now, or main. God, leave me alone. Bike.
That's pretty dope.
Huh.
I wonder if I can send this to you. Can I send you a link? Kind of look like this. Not quite. They look less cartoony, more motorcycle-y than this.
Whoop. How do I go back? No. There we go.
Oh, here, maybe I can just share my screen, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
That's pretty cool. So it's like a cafe racer almost.
Sorta. It didn't look exactly like that, but it was close. That's the closest thing I could find in that amount of time. I didn't have that battery down low like that. It had it up here, I'm pretty sure.
Why would you have two though? Like that? Oh, I still have
I don't know if that other one's a battery. I think it might just be storage.
No, I guess.
Which is, I don't know.
Wear a backpack.
Right? Alright. Oh, I gotta stop looking at this. This is making me want to electric. But see, the thing is, I really like my bike, and I like biking. And I also feel like electric bikes are cheating. But riding that scooter was super fun today. They got little like rent a mini electric motorcycles. Have you ever seen those like downtown?
Say that again. I had to switch sides. It was starting to put weird pressure on my ear.
Oh, I don't even think you pedal them. They're like bikes. They're electric that you don't pedal, that you can rent.
So they're just little electric motorcycles.
Yeah.
What do you? I guess it does still have a motor, right? So
Yeah.
technically, they're still motorcycles. All right. Yeah, that would be cool. I would really enjoy that. Just because I mean, it's no different than having a gas powered motorcycle. Gas powered stick.
Well, I mean, depending on how fast you were going and if you could ride on like the paths and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because you can go a lot of places shorter than trying to follow traffic, in a motorcycle or whatever.
Yeah. Stream
So
health.
I like mapped out a path from like if I moved to like mom's house, that I could do on a bike, and it was like, I don't know, 19 miles or something like that. Which if you're averaging like, I don't know, 20. Is it that far? It doesn't feel like mom's house is that far away.
What do you mean? It's like 15 miles
my
from
house.
you, or more.
Is it?
Well, it's 10 miles from mom's to dad's, and you're on the other side of downtown. I guess if you're going in a straight line though, it would be less, just because you're not dealing with curving around with I-5. Does that make sense?
Made my own path where you go basically down.
We could do this and do a little, have a setup and then do a little cooking show, really, outside.
Yeah, heck yeah. I'm down.
I still don't know where that other computer is. I lost that Alienware. I don't know how I lost it.
You lost the computer?
Yeah. It's in one of the boxes. I just don't... I've been going through them and I can't fucking find it. And I'm like almost out of boxes. I don't know where the hell I put it.
That's weird.
I found the power thing. What is it called? What is it? Like,
Oh, the brick?
Yeah.
For it? Yeah.
I found that. Man, I'm kind of hungry.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make that chicken pasta. Can you hear the dog?
No, I can't.
Good. They're freaking out. Very much so. God damn,
19.8 miles is the smallest I can get it. From my house to... Oh, that's a really weird way to go. Oh, because they're trying to get you on the trail. Fast. But I wouldn't be going from here. I'd be going to work. Which is here.
Still, like, if you live down here though, I mean, you could take the light rail up there and then
The
putt
light
off.
rail takes so long, dude. And it doesn't go anywhere near my work.
Yeah, but if you had your electric thing, then you're just like,
Where would I put it on there? Like, what if it was full?
you get the little one
Plus,
that
it costs $5. This would be, I only have to charge it at home, and then at work, and work would be free. So half the time. it's
okay,
free.
fine. If it's if it's a shitty day, rainy day.
Okay, sure.
They are adding on to the light rail though, so it's good. I'm not gonna be the last stop on it anymore, which is it's good, but also kind of a bummer because
Yeah, that is the bummer because you can just like
now
set it and forget it once you get on.
yeah. And then also, it's always empty when you get on. There's no one waiting on it, so now it's gonna be like half full before you even or even like on sporting event days.
Yeah, people are going to be coming from further instead of you being the pick of the seats.
Right.
Yeah,
Which kind of sucks. Because then and
it's nice, but I don't know. Going on that thing while it's like jam packed full.
it's a little uncomfortable. It's like the,
Okay, I
old,
got down to 19 miles.
back down to the bus days, man. Taking
19 miles
the
and most
9.
of it's half of it's on a trail.
Was it the 9 or the 7 that we would take downtown?
36.
Well, we take the 36 to ID, but
No, you can take 36 all the way downtown.
to the bus to not to the tunnel.
No, it went down onto 3rd. Like,
But no, it did. What was the one that we
Yeah.
would take from the tunnel? Was it the 36?
no, that was the 106.
The 106. That's right. The 106.
Back in the day.
Those are some crazy times, man.
Yeah.
Going to Pacific Place. Did you
I don't
ever
know
see?
if I ever really busted Pacific Place, but I definitely bust to Westlake Center.
Did you ever see that when going to the Pacific Place? Did you ever see that bar open, the one on the second floor?
On the 2nd floor?
Yeah, because you got when you go into Pacific Place in the movie theater, there's the the main concessions, and if you go to the second floor, there's the secondary concessions, and then the bar.
Yeah. No, I've never seen it open.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I've been there. I mean,
I've
probably
always wanted to go there.
probably like 40 times maybe to watch movies, if not more. Never saw it open.
I have been to places that have drinks though, other than
Did you ever go to the bar in Nordstrom's in Bellevue?
no.
It's kind of weird, hanging out there having drinks and watching people shop all around you.
They started selling drafts at Pack Car.
I don't know what that
Theater.
is.
That's the IMAX one
Oh,
where we watched all the Star Wars, or most of the Star Wars.
cool. Hey, what of your nerdy purchases? What
Yeah.
would be one of the first things that you would do if you had fuck tons of money? Like you get unending money, whatever. Like the
Like what
$100 million.
kind of
Like I would start. I would probably hire somebody to do this because I don't want to do it. Get some IT tech to be like my guy and say, hey, here's my list of shit I want you to get. This is our warehouse. I want you to make it work. And go find it. So you get whatever resources you need to find these things. But I'm torn. I really want BattleTech pods. I know we always talk about that. But I also kind of want a new game
Mm-hmm.
in the BattleTech pod idea, right? Because it is
Right.
kind of clunky. But like having those sims for the robot fighting is so fucking cool. Or Mech Wars. Like
I don't know. I think my nerdy would be a little bit different in that I would probably hire some like 3D and concept-y artists to like make some stuff I've been wanting to make. I don't know.
one thing I
It
would
kind of blows everything out of the water though, because like when it's me and I'm like looking at something and it's like the fun part about it is figuring out how to make your concept come out of your head,
Mhm.
you know? But if you have all this help and all these other people inputting ideas, then
it's not really your thing anymore.
yeah.
Well, if they're employees, it'll be different rather than just friends helping you. Because you could be like, no, this is what we're doing. Figure out how to make this work.
Right.
Because your goal isn't like to make money or whatever. You want your idea created. It's not someone else. Like you're paying them to facilitate your idea.
Right.
So, man,
I don't know why. Just thinking about that made me feel like it was work. I don't know. And not fun. Like I didn't want to do it anymore.
That whole thing I was talking to you about a while back about doing getting HoloLens and doing a warehouse where you do like live action D&D,
Sure. Yeah. See that something like that
Like-
would be cool.
and then you bring in other people to so you bring in graphics designers or 3D modelers to make things, and then you could have like set designers to help you do or people that do plays and stuff so that you can do rapid transition between sets, but not necessarily like rapid, right? Like we talked about this where it would be you'd run it for like a story for a month or something like that, and people would come in and do the campaign, and like if you did it as like try to run it as a business model, right? So you have a monthly update for the campaigns, and so people could come in, book their time, or depending on how big you had, like you could have it going for a while.
Are you still talking? It's weird.
What's weird?
I was just watching your face and it was still talking.
Oh,
And then it went silent. I was like, oh, did his mic die? But it's like a...
yes, I can delete comments. Why? Did you want me to delete one?
What? No.
What? I'm, I'm getting dings in my head.
Oh, weird.
But yeah, so like that whole idea, because I'd kind of like to run that as a business, because then you can create games or like explore those worlds, and then really kind of outsource and provide other people a platform to be creative and express their creativity. I think that would be really cool, where you could like really revitalize a creative, like a not open source, because like, when we talked about that, like how you would set up like some sort of payment thing for people, or like a credits thing, or like I don't know. I just think I think the technology is getting to the point where it could be viable.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think all that stuff is at some point viable. It's just you got to get into the right area, because there's so many places that fail that could take off if location, right? So you can't open that in like Beacon Hill and expect it to work. But if you're in like, I don't know, like the theme park area of California or Florida, like you could probably make that happen.
I mean, you couldn't do it in Beacon Hill anyways, because you need a big ass warehouse.
Well, you know what I'm saying, though.
It would have to be a destination, though. I mean, you couldn't just have just that. Because you would end up with that Funplex thing where there's nothing else around, and people are trying to go there for just that thing, and that doesn't work.
Or all like the go-kart.
Right. So you'd have to have restaurants. You'd want it more like if you got one of those. If you could, like the Barnes and Noble thing. If you could buy out a couple of those in there, that's where you start to get some viability in terms of location, because a kid will go down there after school or whatever.
Sure.
But like how the airlock was out in the middle of fucking nowhere in Linwood, that was never going to be successful.
And we didn't even hear. I don't even remember how we ended up hearing about it, but it had been around for like years, in various states. So getting it out there that it exists to the people who are interested in it. I understand that's kind of niche for that.
Yeah.
Particular one, but still, I'm sure there's a lot of other people who would have went if they had known.
Yeah, it's like that guy just, bless his heart, did not know what he was doing when it comes to running a business, man. Like,
No, I don't understand how you get your liquor license or beer license and then go under. Like, that's what should be keeping you afloat.
yeah, I think he just hired too many of his friends.
Because once they got beer, we spent a lot of money on beer.
Yeah, I think
it wasn't like it was expensive or anything.
He hired too many of his friends and wasn't running it. Like it wasn't. I don't know how much.
It wasn't like a business. It was a.
Yeah, and that's fine if you have a bunch of money and you're willing to.
Yeah,
but I don't think he. I think yeah.
He didn't. He had to sell everything off.
So
a sad state of affairs.
But things like that, that'd be a lot of fun. Like I would have, like if you had an arcade, like set up a giant arcade full of all the old games and all the new games, and you don't do pay per play, you could do like a gym where
Like a membership or a
yeah, like
time
$30 and you
frame.
could come in any day, right?
I just don't even know if that's viable because uh, I don't know. It's so expensive. Like when GameWorks was open, like the last time to play like one game was like $5. It's like holy shit.
Yeah, I wonder
But at
really.
the same time, so you got this giant place, right, filled with games, and not every single game is getting played, but you're charging $5, so you got like maybe 1 in 10 of your games at most is being played at a time.
Right.
If you dump the price down,
Well, and
play
that was the
and
thing. Like
fill up those machines.
we would, and if that's not your primary goal, like if you make it where it's a thing and you have food and drinks,
Yeah.
right? Like you get people in the door to just hang out for a while and buy drinks and food at your place.
Yeah, but
Or you have other things that are revenue generating. It's like what was that thing you were saying about restaurants? A lot of them, it's like they don't make the money off the food; they make the money off the drinks.
right.
So, if the subscription gets you in the door and it provides you a place to hang out, and you want them there for a while, so they get hungry, they get thirsty, they enjoy it, so they buy the stupid shirts that you overpriced like fucking crazy, $30 shirt, which really costs like $5 to make or $10 to make, right? And you can kind of really you can build a thing around it, where it's like that lifestyle thing rather than or the branding rather than just trying to get people to spend money. Like we stopped going to GameWorks when it got fucking crazy.
Well, they also made it crappy.
True,
Like they took away all the cool stuff.
but we would do the thing where you would like
It
what
just
was it
became
like
like Dance Dance Revolution Hall.
2 hours or 3 hours of playing games for like $20 or something. Which is also kind of crazy. Like how crazy? Like when we'd go and play BattleTech and it was $20 and you play all fucking day long.
Well, it was like 4 hours, but yeah, like, like money, the time ratio on that was nuts.
Compared
Because
to
remember the games at the time, like the super nice ones was like $1 per play.
right, but some of those
Which was
plays
a lot
were
of money.
really fast, like
And yeah, you play for like
5 minutes maybe.
5 minutes. Yeah. Um. So what's that? 5 times 20, 100, an hour and 40 minutes for $20 if you played for 5 minutes.
Right,
And like the further you got into those games, if you kept dumping money in, like probably the faster you die because it's getting harder.
right,
And the
right,
less you played it because you haven't gotten that far, so you're not as good at it.
right. I mean, when we would play Time Crisis, man, like I've definitely put like $20 in to try and beat that fucking game at one point because
Well, I
we'd
mean,
both be playing too, right?
Did
Like
we beat Time Crisis? I feel like we must have beat that at GameWorks.
oh, I mean the first one, yes. I'm saying that the one that we would always play when we'd go down to the South Center. Like, was it Time Crisis 3? I know we beat the first one for sure. But
I had the second one, maybe, for PlayStation 2.
that one was
I
fun.
beat that a bunch of times.
Well, when you don't have to pay.
Yeah, that's true. Remember Virtua Cop? Oh my god.
Dude, I still like have dreams of that every once in a while. Like I remember the levels. When the
You can't
dad
use
dad
light
was,
guns anymore.
do you remember how like dad was watching us and he's like, you don't even look like you're having fun because the guys we'd kill them before they even spawn. Basically, it's like
Yeah, like that first level. I don't understand. So we had the first level, like at least me, completely mapped out.
Yeah.
Right? I'm saying this was at least for me because I know you had that down too. But like the second and the third level, not even close.
I had the house one okay. After, because the first one was the where you're in the shipyard, and then there's there's a house, and then
No,
right, like a
the
mansion,
second
or is
one-
it?
There's 3 stages. The first one was the docky area. The second one was in like a construction site, and it was all like browns colors.
What was the one where you're going into a building
The
and then?
third level was in the building, and it was like blues and grays.
Okay, so that one I was okay at then.
Like
Not
you
that-
start in the garage and work your way up.
I thought that because you come in a car and then you get out and like you fight your way through the driveway into the garage and then up through the building.
I don't know exactly, but I know there's a garage, and then you go up.
But yeah, that was. Well, because we kept playing the one because we were good at it. Like,
Well, we got good at it by playing it a bunch.
but that's the thing. Man, what game was I playing? It was Battlefield 3, I think. There was this sniper level because I would play it on the hardest difficulty. I always like first-person shooters. Always play on like whatever the hardest difficulty is you can possibly play because I like the challenge in that one. And I was stuck. I mean, it was so fucking hard. I'm normally pretty solid at those. Online, not so great. The skills don't transition very much, but this, man, like it was fucking impossible. I spent probably 2 or 3 weeks on the same section of this level, and Dad would come in and be like, "Wow, you still playing that same fucking spot?" It's like, okay, Dad, I don't even need to hear that shit from you now. And so I finally had it figured out. Like I was like memorizing where every guy was coming from, all the sequencing of everything, and it was great. And then I was like, okay, so if I go over to this other spot when they come in, I'm good. I'll be able to like I finally had it all dialed in.
Right.
Homeboy and this train of bad guys pick off the first one, pick off the second one, third one doesn't even look like. I mean, it doesn't take any lag time. He just snaps to me and shoots me in the head and kills me instantly and then goes back to running his pathing. It's like, this has never happened before. This game is fucking learning. I don't understand this. Like, I've done this thing. Oh my god. Like, I actually eventually had to cave and lower the difficulty level by 1. I was pretty disappointed in myself. One of the few times as an adult that I want to throw a controller through the wall.
I remember Dad being like, "Why are you even playing that? It doesn't seem like you're having any fun." Not to that game necessarily, but like a bunch of games in general, where you just start.
When you start getting mad, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck this stupid fucking game. Yeah. Good old times, man. The good old days.
Fishing. Oh,
Well,
so weird when you stop talking and then I look over and you're.
oh, my mouth is still moving. Yeah. It's a little strange. What time is it? Ooh, 7:30. I should probably go so I can go make myself
I guess
dinner.
I probably should have been watching on the Discord because that's in time, not the live stream.
Well, I mean, I guess. You can't. You can only see me on Discord. You can't see the if I show you anything.
Oh, gotcha.
Unless I
I
shared-
could have had them both up, I guess.
That's true. I mean, you got 3 monitors, right?
Yep, I do.
All right. Well, I mean,
All right.
we're at an hour and 23 minutes.
Yeah,
Pretty healthy length of conversation.
yeah, I think so.
So, all right, man. Well, I'm gonna end the stream, and then I'm gonna go cook some food and possibly play some. What's the game that we're playing? Bannerlord.
Bannerlords, I actually just started that up.
I was thinking it would be kind of funny, like if, because I don't know if we can both share screens, but if we both just had our little. It's just
Our
our game.
Bannerlords game going on while we were talking.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. It did that thing again where it's like ready to siege and I wasn't paying attention. And the only reason I noticed is because I saw dudes running away from me.
Oh, dude. Okay, so one other thing. When I was playing, you were watching when I was doing it with the secret hand or hidden hand people. Those guys would actually run up the fucking hill, like or run up the ladders.
Oh, dude, I don't know if it's just when my game was made, if it's not on the current thing patch. I don't know. But I was listening to this guy reading all these patch notes, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's still happening for me. I
What?
don't know.
Like what?
I can't remember. I watched it today. But
Okay.
yeah. Sorry.
Super
Whatever.
helpful.
Yeah. That's me.
So I made your picture smaller so that you can see when you're talking, it'll light up.
Oh,
So it makes you feel more real, more alive.
Well, I did see that. You should just shake me around every time I'm talking.
Laugh really like comically.
Oh.
Now it's all out of square though. So hold on.
That's a good idea though. He thought pretty well. Good idea.
All
All
right.
right, man. Well,
Peace in the Middle East.
till next time.
Toodles, man.
Yeah.